Guys, welcome to Appy Pie's webinar show. We have an exciting show for you guys today. We're going to be discussing how to publish your app on Google Play Store. So I'm going to give a couple minutes here, just kind of let everybody join us here. I'll do a couple name shout outs like I always do. I want to welcome Ben, welcome Darcy, welcome Charuf, welcome Yasar, Harsho, welcome, welcome guys, Dennis, welcome, Mike, welcome. Awesome, guys. Glad you guys can join. And if I didn't get your name, welcome as well. Thanks for joining us today here, guys. It is October 21st. It is Wednesday here, guys. It is a sunny day here in Virginia. I hope you guys are having a good weather as well. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying cozy, and all that good stuff. So we'll start here shortly here. So today's topic, guys, we're going to be discussing how to publish to the Play Store. At the end of the show, you guys can ask questions like you always do on all our webinar shows. So at the bottom of the screen, there's a Q&A icon. Make sure you click on that Q&A icon, type in your question. I'll read out loud your question, and then I'll answer the question as well. Okay. So we'll start here shortly here, guys. Again, if you guys can save your questions either once I'm done with the topic, and then you guys can ask your questions, or you guys can save your questions for the end of the show as well. You're going to be able to ask anything related to Appy Pie products, or you can ask anything related to today's topic as well. Okay. Perfect, guys. Also, if anybody's having any issues hearing me or seeing my presentation or seeing my video, please let us know. I do have my technical team on standby if anybody's having any issues watching today's show. Okay. Very well, guys. So Perfect. So let me start my presentations, guys. So first, I'm going to start the presentation. I'm going to talk about a couple things, and then I'm going to move to the platform side where I'm going to be showing you guys how to publish your app to the Play Store. Okay. So let's go, guys. Perfect, guys. So how to publish your app on the Google Play Store. Okay. Points to be covered, guys. So we're going to be covering some frequently asked questions. We're going to be also discussing preparation and content, what you guys need to have prepared prior to you guys publishing the app to the Play Store. You guys need to have a couple of things ready prior to publishing it. So I'm going to be talking on those points. And then I'm going to be showing you guys how to publish the app on the Google Play Store. And then lastly, you guys can ask us anything. Any questions related to today's topic or anything related to Appy Pie's product. Okay. And here we go, guys. So some of the frequently asked questions, I already see that I got a couple people here asking questions already. We have Rahash. He's asking how to create an application like Zoom. So I'm going to be covering that stuff a little bit later on once we're done with the presentation, Rahash. So if you can please hold on to your question, I'll answer it at the end of the show. So some of the frequently asked questions, guys, I'm just going to read a couple of these. So how to register for an Apple and Android developer account. You just simply need to go to the page, either the developer page of Apple or the developer page of Android. You pretty much sign up, register, go through the registration process, and then pay for the fee. So Google is going to charge you a one-time fee of $25. Apple is going to charge you $99 yearly for that Apple developer account. Now, remember, you are responsible for these accounts. So once you have those accounts, then our team can go ahead and submit the app on your behalf. Okay. Third question is, does Appy Pie help with the publishing? Of course, we have a dedicated submission team who will publish the app for you. All you need to do is go to My Apps, go live page and select Appy Pie Help, fill out steps 1 through 5, and then click on finish and update. And then you can come to our chat or you can contact our support people, and then they'll go ahead and submit your app for you. I'm going to be showing all of this on the platform also, guys. So I just want to read out loud a couple of questions here. Can I continue to edit my app once it's been published? And yes, of course, you can continue to edit, but be aware not to make any of these changes. If you make any of these changes in the app name, remember this, guys, if you change the app name, if you change the app icon, if you change the background image, if you change the splash screen, if you change the theme orientation, those 5 things are always going to need a resubmission. Okay, so just have that in mind. Rest of all the changes will be auto reflected on the live app. So any content change and you add a feature, you delete a feature, that's going to be showing up on the app instantly. It's going to be showing in real time. Okay, so you do not need to resubmit if you delete a feature, if you add a new feature, if you add content to your app. All those things will automatically show up on the live app. So you do not need a resubmission for that. Okay, so let's continue here, guys. So some of the things you guys will need to prepare prior to publishing your app are going to be ensure you have your developer account active and paid for. Obviously, that's important because if you don't have your developer account, then you won't be able to publish your app. Okay. Ensure app is finished and you have properly tested. So make sure that after you guys are done with your app, make sure you have tested it. Make sure you tested it on an Android. Make sure you tested it on an iPhone, and just run through a couple different tests. Make sure you test your features. Make sure you test your functions, etc. So just make sure that it's all good to go before you publish the app. Number 3, prepare your app description and keywords. This is really important, guys. So for your app description, you're going to need at least 30 words minimum. Remember, this needs to be high quality, a good description of what your app is about. This kind of lets your, users read a little bit or learn a little bit about before downloading your app. So make sure you give as much descriptive information as possible. Now, keywords, you need about 4 to 5 keywords. Keywords can be your app name. It can be any other word that you think might be helpful when your users are searching for your app on the Play Store. Okay. Number 4, guys, take good quality screenshots of your app. Okay. That's important. If you are going to be taking your own screenshots, make sure that they're taken inside an Android phone. If you're publishing for Android. If you're publishing for iPhone, make sure you take those screenshots inside an iPhone. Now, if you don't have any of these, obviously, we do give you the support to take these pictures for you. So our submission team can take the screenshots for you. Okay. And if you have specific screenshots you want to take screenshots of, you can also let us know as well. And our team will try to accommodate whatever screenshots you're trying to use. Okay. And number 5, now you're ready to publish. Let's see how it's done. So I'm going to move to the platform side. Before I do that, I do see one question coming from Micah Jobs. She's asking, how fast can you submit my app to the App Store? How often can I make updates of an app? And how fast do you update them in the App Store? Good question, Mika. So to answer your question, first of all, please understand, guys, that we do not control the Apple Store. We do not control the Google Store. Those are controlled by Google and Apple. So when we submit your app, once that process is done, it's up to Apple and Google how long they take. So they can take anywhere from 5 to 10 days to 15 days or even longer. So that process right there all depends on the stores, on the app stores, either Apple or Google Play Store. Okay, so I couldn't tell you how fast it can be. For submission, though, our team can get it done today. If you submitted your information today, if you provided your developer account details to us today, we can submit your app today. So that means it's going to be submitted to Apple and to the Google Store. After that process, though, it comes a review process. So once it's submitted, the stores have to review your submission. After they review your submission, if there's any issues or any concerns, they'll either approve it immediately, or if there is any issues, they'll reject it. And then we have to correct whatever issues they're outlining. And that's pretty much the process, but no need to worry because our submission team will stand alongside by you to help you along the way. So they're going to take care of any rejection message from Apple, any rejection message from Google. They'll handle it. They'll let you know what you need to fix in the app. If it's something we need to fix, we'll fix it for you inside the app. Our submissions team goal is to get your app live. So no matter what, they're going to try their hardest to always get your app approved and live. Currently, we have a 99.9% success rate of getting any app published on the App Store or on the Play Store. If they're within policy. Remember, there is some restrictions when you publish an app. So you guys do need to be aware of that as well. Okay. So Mika, coming to your question, you also asked how often can I make updates to my app? And you can make as many updates as you want. Like I mentioned, you can update content, you can update pictures, you can update features. All that stuff is going to automatically update on the live app as well. So there's no need to resubmit your app. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch, guys. I'm going to switch over to the platform side now. Okay. Here we go. Okay, guys, let's see here. Okay. So let me just do a quick change of screens, guys. I'm switching over to the platform now. Okay. There we go. Perfect, guys. So I do see a lot of questions. So let me take a couple more before I get into this. Okay. And then I'm going to stop taking questions because I do need you guys to save your questions for the end of the show. Okay. So we have another question being asked from Pasha Said. Okay, so Pasha is asking, highlight which services are charged and which are no charge, submission or taking good quality pictures. Pasha, so let me answer that for you. So with your plan, with any of our plans, whether you're in a basic, gold, or platinum, you do get your first submission submitted for free. So we'll submit it for you for free. Again, you do need to have your developer account. So that's something you need to take care of. Once you have your developer account, then you guys would come into the Go Live page and then provide all those details so that our team can publish it for you. Okay, Pasha. So I hope that answers your question, Pasha. And Micah is asking, do I have to share my app store login details with you to submit my app? And of course, yes. If you want us to submit for you, you have to share your account developer details, or else there's no way we can publish it for you. So obviously you do need to provide developer account details for us to publish it for you. Okay. Sashwata is asking, can you make games with AppyPie? No, you cannot make games with AppyPie. We used to support games, but we no longer support game building. We only support app building now. Okay. Anna is asking, I was a little late. Would there be a recording available after? And yes, there will be a recording available after, guys. For all of those who joined today and for all of those who didn't join today, you will get a link to today's recording of the webinar show, okay? So stay tuned for that. Not only that, you guys can also always check out appypie.com/webinar. And that's where you guys can check any upcoming webinars or any previous webinars that we have done before, okay? So that takes care of the questions for now, guys. So let me just clear out so I won't get confused, and then we'll take it from here, guys. Just let me clear my quick and we're good. Okay, guys. So now we're going to begin. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to publish your app on your own. So this is if you're going to publish it on your own, okay? If you're going to use our team to publish it for you, then it's pretty simple. Let me go over that step before I get into publishing it on your own. Okay. So the first step, guys, you do need to have a paid account. So you do need to be on a paid subscription. So if you're in a basic or gold plan, you can only publish to the Play Store. If you're in a platinum plan, you can publish to the Play Store and to the App Store, which supports Android and iPhone. Okay, so just be clear of that. So if you're in a basic, gold, or platinum, you'll be able to publish to any to Play Store on any of those three plans. Okay. So if you do want our team to help you with the publishing, this is what you got to do. Okay, you're gonna come into the Go Live page. First step, guys, you're gonna come over here to Android. You're gonna click on Publish. Okay. Once you come into this page, there's two options, guys. First option is publish yourself. This means that you're going to publish it yourself. Second option is let AppyPie help. This means you're going to get our team to publish it for you. Okay. And it's pretty straightforward, guys. And if you are stuck anywhere, please watch this tutorial that we have created. It's going to walk you exactly what to do. So your first step here, guys, is going to be obviously create your Google developer account. Once you have that, you're going to click on next. And next, you're going to provide some app description. So remember, try to be as descriptive as possible and provide as much details to your users before they download your app. Okay. So you need a full description here. Okay. And I'm just going to copy this because I do need to have 30 words. Okay. Next, we're going to provide keywords. So keywords, guys, can be your app name, just spelled in different ways, or you can provide different keywords. So it can be, for example, my app is called Webinar AppyPie. So I can use another keyword like AppyPie. I can use webinar, or I can use, education. So whenever anybody types in education in the Play Store, my app will be one of the results that comes up. Okay. So after you provide your app description, after you provide your app keywords, you can click on next right here. Okay. Okay, so I do need more words here. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Okay. So if you guys saw that, it wouldn't let me continue unless I had 30 words at least. So you do need to have 30 words at least. Once you have 30 words, then it's going to let you click on the next and go to the next step. So step number 3, guys, you're going to provide pricing. If you're going to charge to download your app, then you need to provide the pricing. If your app is going to be free to download, then no need to worry. Just select free. Okay. Now, if you are going to make it paid, just click paid, and then you're going to put the price. So whatever the price is, $1, $2, whatever. And then you can also select your currency. So depending on which country you're publishing your app, you need to select that currency. Okay. For me, I'm going to select US dollars. I'm going to select $2. But for now, I'm not making it pay. My app is free to download. So I'm just going to select free for now, guys. And then you're going to click on next to go to the next step. Step number 4, guys, it's going to be upload app graphics. Again, these can be taken from several devices. So you are going to need to be taking it on a phone, normal Android phone, on a 7-inch tablet, and on a 10-inch tablet. Okay. Now, if you don't want to take these screenshots, you can select, I would like AppyPie team to create my app graphics for my app. Okay. Once you select that, you can click on next. Okay. The last step, guys, is really important. This is for you to give us access to your Google developer account so that we can publish the app on your behalf. Okay. So first step, guys, is you're going to copy this email right here. Okay. This is our email, so you can give us access. Okay. You're going to come onto your developer account right here. Okay. This is your Google developer account. Now, remember, you do need to have your developer account paid and active prior to starting this process, or else you won't be able to get these settings. Once you're inside your Google Play console, guys, you're going to come to settings. You're going to come to users and permissions right here on the left-hand side. And then you're going to click on invite new user. Okay. You're going to copy and paste the email that I showed you guys right here. You're going to copy this email. You're going to paste it in here. Okay. Next, you're going to provide us with release manager role. Okay. That's the role you need to give us so we can publish the app for you. So you're going to select release manager, and then everything else stays how it is. And then you're just going to click on send invitation. Once you send invitation, our team can go ahead and get access, and then they'll be able to submit the app for you. Okay. So that would be the last step on this process right here. If you're going to let our team submit it for you. Okay. So you're going to send the invitation, and then you're going to provide us with your developer name, whatever name you have selected for your account. You're going to provide us with that. And you're also going to provide us with your developer email address, which is the one that is up here. Okay. And then after you done those steps, you can click on submit, and that'll be your last step, guys. After you do that, guys, you can either send an email to our support team and let them know, hey, guys, I have all my information in. Please submit my app. Or you guys can come to our live chat, which is right here in the corner. And then you can just let one of our reps know, hey, I have filled out all the details in the Go Live page. Please go ahead and start the process of submitting my app. And then our submission team will go ahead and start submitting your app at that point. Again, the submission takes about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to do. And then the review process from the Play Store takes anywhere from 3 up to 7 days. Right now, due to the COVID, guys, we have seen an increase in time of return. So it is taking longer than usual. So just be patient. But your app will ensure that your app does get published, guys. So don't worry about that. Okay. So that's how you would do it, guys, if you're going to let our team do it. Okay. This step right here, you're going to follow all the steps I just showed. But today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to do it on your own. If you guys did want to do it on your own, you guys do have that option to do it on your own. Okay. Which is really simple. It's not that hard. Okay. So your first step, again, it's going to be the exact same one as in Let AppyPie Help. You're going to have to create your developer account. Okay. Once you create your developer account, you're going to click on next. The first step here is going to be download your APK file. Okay. So we're going to click on that. And then we should get our APK file downloaded. So once that begins, let me just make sure I have my APK file ready for you guys to see. And then we can start, guys. So APK is going to be for your Android, and then IPI is going to be used for your Apple one, actually, guys. So let me just get this here going. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to rebuild my app real quick. I want to make sure that I'm on the latest build. So that's another thing to note, guys. If you guys are not sure which build you're on, it's always good to get the latest build of your app. So ensure that if you are going to be doing this process on your own, make sure that you come onto our chat or you ask our support people to rebuild your app to the most latest version. So that way, when you upload the APK file, it's going to be the most latest version that you have edited. Or else you might be stuck with a previous version of your app, which you already made some modifications, and now you're seeing an old version of your app instead of a new version of your app. So just make sure on that, guys. So let me see here. I'm rebuilding my app so I can get the latest rebuilt APK file here. And then I'll be able to download it here. Okay. There we go. So if you are getting this message right here, guys, rebuild app, that means that the system is letting you know that the APK file is too old to be used. So you need to rebuild it. Once you rebuild it, then we'll be able to go ahead and download it. Okay. So it is fairly simple. Let me just make sure we're good. Okay. So once you've done that, guys, the next step will be to come onto the Google Play console here. Okay. Let me go back. All applications. Here we go, guys. So one of the first steps is click on create application, guys. Okay. And next we're going to give the title. So this is going to be the app name. So I'm just going to copy it from right here. Okay. My app name. Okay. There it is. And next you can select the default language. So depending on which country you are, you guys can pick the country. For me, I'm in English. So I'm going to pick English. And then I'm going to click create. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay. So the first section we come into, it's going to be called a stored listing, guys, which is right here. Okay. So that's the first one. We need to provide a short description. So short description here. Okay. And then we need to provide a full description. Okay. So make sure your spelling and grammar is correct, guys. Again, remember, this is what your users are going to be reading before they download your app. So you want to make sure you have all that good stuff in there, good, set correctly, spelled correctly, all that good stuff. Okay. Next, we have high resolution icon. Okay, so you are going to need a high resolution icon, which you can also download from your hosting page. Okay, or if you guys have a copy already, you can just upload it. Now, your app icon does need to be in a 512 by 512 32-bit PNG format. Okay, so I already have my app icon ready for you guys. So let me just pull it up here. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload my icon, guys. There it is. Okay, so that's my high resolution icon. Okay, so this one right here is mandatory, guys. This one right here is mandatory also, screenshots. Okay, so now I'm gonna upload my screenshots. Okay, so you need a minimum of 2 screenshots, maximum of 8 screenshots. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to have 2 or if you want to have 8 or if you want to have any in between. Okay, for me, I think I have about 3 here that I'm going to be using. Let me get them real quick. I'm going to upload them. Okay. Those are my 3 screenshots that I'm going to be using. Okay, there you go. And there you go. So I have my 3 screenshots of my app here, guys. Next, we're going to upload the future graphic. This one is also mandatory, guys. So all the ones I'm showing you guys are going to be mandatory. All the ones that I do not show you is because they're optional and you don't need to do them. You don't need to upload those. Okay, only if you wanted to. So the future graphic has to be 1024 width by 500 height, 24-bit PNG. Okay, so you're going to come in here. You're going to click on here. And then we're going to go ahead and upload it. Okay, so I already have my future graphic ready. There we go. That'll be my future graphic. All these other ones here, guys, promo graphic, TV banner, Daydream 360. These are all optional, guys. So you guys could upload these if you wanted to. Okay. I'm not going to touch those for now, guys, because I'm only worrying about mandatory things, mandatory fields. Okay. Next, we're going to come into categorization, guys. So here we're going to select applications. Again, we don't support games anymore. We only support applications. And then we're going to select the category. So for mine, it's a webinar app. It's more of education than anything. So I'm just going to select education for mine category. Okay. Next, we're going to come here to contact details. So if you guys do have your website, you guys can go ahead and provide that. Okay. If you do have your email, you can also provide that. Okay. Now, remember this email that you're entering here, this is going to be publicly displayed with your app. So when somebody goes to the Play Store and searches for your app, they're going to see this email address here. So make sure that it's not a personal email address and that it is one that you intend to use and one email that you're okay with having publicly open on the Play Store as well. Okay. So just make sure that it is a business email address, guys. And then email is mandatory, website is optional, and phone number is optional as well, guys. Okay. So after you enter all these details, guys, so let me just recap real quick. We provided the app name, short description, full description, app icon. We uploaded our screenshots of our app. We uploaded the feature graphic. Okay. We selected our application type, our category. And we also provided our website detail and our email detail here. Okay. Once you enter all that information, you can click on Save Draft Now. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay. So once that's saved, guys, the next step is going to app release. So you see how I just got a green check mark for this one. So now I'm good to go. So now I'm going to go to app release. Okay. We're going to go to app release. And then we're going to go to production, manage production. Okay. We're going to click on create release. Okay. Here we go, guys. And for this, guys, we're going to click on opt out. Just remember, click on opt out. And then you're going to click again. I'm sure I want to opt out. Okay. And next we get to this part now. This is where we're going to need the APK file. So let me go back here. Let me just refresh, make sure my APK is ready. Okay. There we go. So you saw that, guys. This time it let me download my APK file because it's the latest build. Okay. That's why it let me download. Before it wasn't letting me download because it was an old version of my APK file. Okay. So just make sure of those things, guys. So now I downloaded my APK file. So now I can come in here and I can click on browse files. And now let me go ahead and upload it. Okay. So depending on the content of the size of your app, depending on how much features you have, how much, content is inside your app, that's how heavy your app is going to be. So for example, mine, I believe is about 40 megs because I have a couple features. I use this particular app a lot for demo sessions and for webinar shows. So I just added so many content inside of it that it is a heavy app. But for you guys, I mean, it shouldn't take, long to upload depending on your internet speed, all those things. It could take a minute or it could take up to 3 minutes. As you guys can see, I'm almost halfway there. So it's almost done uploading. Okay. So once we upload the APK, guys, I'll show you guys what's the next step here. Just make sure. And also, guys, if you guys do want to follow what I'm doing, let me share something with you guys, which is the full tutorial of what you guys can use. Okay, so I just shared it on the Zoom chat. If you guys do want to take a look at that, you guys can follow that tutorial that I have just shared on the chat. Open your chat window, click on the Zoom toolbar, click on chat, and then you just see the chat come up on there, guys. Okay. So here we go, guys, almost 100% completed, and it's completed. Okay. So once it's done processing here, I'm going to be showing you guys the next step. Okay. So there we go. It's been uploaded, guys. Here it is. Okay. And here we go. Other things here to note, guys. If this is your first time publishing the app, then the version stays at 1.0. Obviously, with time, once you resubmit the app again, or once you do another update to the app, things like that, you're gonna increase the release date, the release version. Okay. So that's only if you're gonna be resubmitting the app. Okay. For mine, I'm gonna leave it at 1.0 for now. Okay. So after you uploaded the APK file, which is right here, you can click on Save Now. Okay. And now we're going to go to content rating, guys. Okay. So now we're going to move along here. We're going to go to this section now, app content rating. Okay. So in here, guys, there's a couple of things we need to take care of inside app content. Okay. We need to take care of the privacy policy. We need to take care of this question here, which is ads, if we have ads in the app or not, app access, content ratings, and target audience content. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the top of the list here. Okay, I'm just going to start with the privacy policy here. Okay, so I already have a privacy policy ready for my app. If you guys do not have your own privacy policy, we can provide you with one, with a general standard one. Now, if you do have your own privacy policy already, then all you need to do is just provide that link in here. Okay, so there it is. That's my privacy policy, guys, that I'm using. I can click on Save Now. And there we go. Okay, so now we can go back to app content. Okay, and as you guys see, each time you take care of a section, it disappears. So now that section, the privacy policy section, is gone now because I'm done with that section. Now we need to do the ads section. So I'm going to click on Start. And my app does not contain any ads. Okay, so I'm going to select my app does not contain any ads, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, then I'm going to click back, app content. Okay. And I'm going to keep going down my list here, guys. Next is going to be app access. Okay. Provide instructions on how to access restricted parts of your app. This part, guys, right here is if you have a login page on your app. So if it's required to log into your app, if it's required to register in your app, you need to provide special instructions here to let the Google review team know that obviously they need to first log in, they need to do this, they need to do that in order to test your app properly when they're reviewing your app. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click on Start for this. So depending on my app in particular, guys, I do not have a registration page. So all you have to do is download the app, access the app. There's no need to register. There's no need to log in or anything like that. Okay, so for mine, I'm just going to click all functionality is available without special access. Now, if your app does have a special login screen, if it has a registration page, please go ahead and upload that in here at the instructions. For example, you can put, you're going to have to first register for an account, create your account, and then log into the app. So just provide that step in here. Okay, if you do have a login page. For me, I don't have a login page, so I'm just going to select this option here, guys. All functionality is available without special access. Okay, I'm going to click Save. Okay, and then I'm going to click back to go back to my app content now. Okay, next we're going to keep going down the list, guys. Content ratings. So let's start this section here. Okay, so this is going to be for your content rating, guys. This is going to calculate it automatically based on the questions that you answer. Okay, so we're going to click on Continue. Okay, we're going to provide an email address here. Let's see if I can enter it. Go, guys. Oops. There we go, guys. Sorry, it lagged for a minute there. Okay, so I'm going to provide my email address here, guys. Okay, I'm going to confirm my email address again. There we go. Okay, and then you're going to select your app categories, guys. Like I mentioned in the beginning, guys, mine is an indication, so I'm going to just select this one, references, news, or education right here. Okay, these questions are important here, guys, okay, because this is going to determine certain things about your app. So just to let you guys know, you guys are not allowed to have any of this type of content in your app. So if you do have this type of content in your app, make sure you hide it or delete it before you submit the app. Because if not, Google is going to reject your app, or Apple is going to reject your app too as well. So make sure not to have any of this type of content in your app, okay? Violence. So we're going to select no. My app does not contain any violent material. Sexuality. You know, you're going to select no on that also. Language. Can the app contain any potentially offensive language? Mine does not contain any offensive language. So I'm going to select no. Control substance. So this could be either, you know, deception of illegal drugs, you know, tobacco products, whatever. All those things are not allowed. So I'm going to click no here. Then we get down to miscellaneous. Okay. So we're going to select as the native user, allow users to interact or exchange content with other users. No, my app does not allow that. So most of all of these are going to be no, guys. Okay. So everything is going to be pretty much no here. Okay. Next, after you answer all these questions, guys, you're going to go ahead and click on Save Questionnaire here. Okay, you're going to get the successful message at the top that has been successfully saved. And then you're going to click down here, guys, where it says calculate rating. So based off your questions, it's going to go ahead and calculate what type of rating your app should have. Okay, so I'm going to click calculate rating. And here it is. So my app is available for all ages, for everyone, etc. Okay, and that's how I want it to be, because there's obviously my app is an educational app, so it can be available for everybody. Okay, once you get your rating, you guys can go ahead and click apply rating. If you're not happy with the rating that the Google has selected for you, then you can go back and then modify your questions. Okay, your answers, I'm sorry. Okay, for now, I'm happy with my result, so I'm just going to click on apply rating here. Okay, and there we go. I have you answered. It's been saved. Oops, let me just get this message here. There we go, guys. So I apply my rating. There we go. And that's all done and set. So now we're going to go back to content rating here. Oh, sorry, to app content. Okay, and I'm going to continue with my list here. So next one is target audience and content. So let's start this one. Okay, and this one is going to be more to define what age group your app is intended for. You know, is it for children? Is it for teenagers? Is it for adults, etc. Okay, let me go here. Okay, there we go, guys. So for me, I'm going to select 18 and over. You know, I'm not targeting children or anything. I'm mostly targeting adults. It's an educational app for how to use Appy-Pie platform. So that's more intended for grown-ups, not for children. So I'm going to select 18 and over here, and then I'm going to click next. Now, if you guys are developing some type of children app, you know, whatever it might be, then you guys need to select the appropriate age group. Okay, for me, I'm going to select 18 and over. Now I'm going to click next. Okay, does my app appeal to children? My app does not appeal to children. I don't have anything related to children, so I'm just going to select no. Okay, then you're going to click on save. Okay, and then you're pretty much done. Next, you're going to go back to app content. Okay, and we're done, guys. So we have check marks on all these different sections here that we provided answers for. And next, we're going to go ahead and go now to pricing and distribution, guys. Okay, which is this one right here. So there you go, guys. I got a green check mark there. Green check mark on stored listing. Content rating, I got a green check mark. Content, I'm about to get a green check mark now. And next, we're going to go to pricing distribution. Here we go, guys. So here we need to provide if this is going to be a paid app or free app. One thing to note, guys, is if this is going to be a paid app to download, you do need to set up a margin account. So make sure that when you're on this step, you're going to click on set up margin account. It's going to walk you through the whole process. You need to add your bank details, tax information, all that good stuff if you are going to make it a paid app. Once you set up your margin account, then you can come back here and select paid. For right now, as you guys can see, it's grayed out because I have not set up a margin account. My app is free to download, so I don't even need a margin account. Remember, a margin account is only going to be needed if you're going to make it a paid app or if you're going to have paid content inside the app. For example, if you're going to be using the in-app purchase feature or something like that, you are going to need to set up a merchant account. Okay, just have that in mind, guys. For mine, I'm going to select free because it's a free app to download. Next, we're going to select the countries where I want my app to be available in. Okay, so by default, it doesn't select any for you, but if you wanted to select one by one, you guys can select one by one. Okay, so if I wanted my app to only be available in Brazil, for example, I can click Brazil. Okay, if not, I can just select available here and I'll make it available on all the countries that I want. Okay, so for now, I'm going to select available for all countries because mine is an educational app. It can be downloaded by anybody in any part of the world. They can download my app. Okay, so mine is not restricted to a country specific location. So for you guys, if you have a service app or if you have a local app only, like, you know, a restaurant app, obviously you can only serve locally. So you will need to select, you know, which country you want the app to be available in. Now, if your app is a global app that, you know, there's no locally, you know, business or anything, it can be served worldwide, then you guys can select available in all countries. Okay. So once you selected the countries, guys, we're going to come down all the way down to consent. Okay. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to check mark here. And we're going to check mark here. Okay. And this one as well. Okay. And then we're going to click save draft. Okay. There we go, guys. And that's the last, pretty much the last step, guys. So now I'm ready to publish my app. So I got the app release done, store listing done, content rating, app content, and pricing and distribution. Okay. So as you guys can see here, ready to publish. So I can click on that. Okay. It's going to take you to manage releases. Okay. We're going to go in here. We're going to go into production and you're going to click on edit release. Okay. You're going to scroll to the bottom, guys. You're going to click on review here. And here, guys, I'm not going to click this because I'm not really publishing this app. I'm just showing you guys for demo purposes. But once you click on this button right here, start rollout to production, at exactly that moment, your app gets submitted to the Play Store. At that moment, the reviewing process begins. So you submit it. And then pretty much you just have to wait until Google reviews it, approves it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, it is taking anywhere from 5 to 7 days to hear back from Google right now, guys. So just be patient when you do submit this. You know, as far as AppyPie, we can't rush it. We can't do anything to make it go faster because this is something that Google controls. We do not control the Play Store, guys. So once you hit start rollout to production, that's when it's going to be submitted. Again, if you do hit this, there is no way to retract that. There's no way to stop the submission process. So make sure that when you hit start rollout that you have answered everything correctly. Make sure that you have your app description, your screenshot, everything that you wanted in the app, because you won't be able to edit none of that once you start the rollout. You'll be able to edit it once it's been approved or it's been rejected. Then you'll be able to edit it once again. Okay. But once you start the rollout, that submission that you're submitting, it's going to go to Google. It's going to get reviewed by Google, and then it's going to get approved by Google as well. Okay. So that concludes our show for today, guys. How many of you found that difficult? Do you guys think it's difficult? Do you guys think it's easy? Do you guys think you can manage it? Let's hear some feedback. I want to hear some feedback from people who are still watching us. If you haven't left the show yet, I try to be as interactive as possible, guys. So if you guys want to interact with me right now, it'll be, oh, awesome. So Saswata is saying that it was easy. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, guys. As you guys could see, I mean, I was able to manage it in what, you know, it took me a little bit longer because obviously I'm explaining things, but I mean, you guys can do this in 5 minutes and knock it out. I mean, it doesn't take that long. You know, Apple, on the other hand, it's a more lengthy process. We do not show the Apple one just because it's a bit overwhelming for people. It is a really hard, difficult process for Apple, just because it involves so many different steps, and because it involves really the whole process is just so different than Google for Apple. For Apple, you need to download certificates. You need to, you know, just have so many things in place in order for a successful submission. So that's why I always encourage my clients or our clients to use our submission team for your Apple submission. So for Apple, make sure you use our iOS submission team so they can submit the app for you. Because, you know, if you don't get something right, or if you create the wrong certificate, or, you know, something is not right, it's going to throw off your submission for Apple. So just be aware of that, guys. Awesome. Thank you, Anna. So Anna says it was clear. So great, guys. So let me just go back here. And I see Mika is asking, what about submission to App Store? For App Store, guys, like I mentioned, I recommend you guys to use our submission team. So for Apple, you're going to come in here, and it looks identical to Android, guys. If you are going to publish it on yourself, you guys could follow this tutorial here. Again, I do it for publishing into Apple. I will only recommend it to advanced users, to people who are really comfortable managing the developer console of Apple. You know, other than that, I would not recommend you to mess with the Apple submission, just because it could be really overwhelming, and there's really a lot of different steps that you need to complete. Okay, so what I would recommend if you do want to publish to Apple is come into the Apple here and let AppyPie help with that. Okay, follow the steps here, guys, and then you should be good. Okay, the steps are the same as in Google. You're going to provide app description, keywords if it's a paid app, and then you're going to provide the graphics as well. So I definitely recommend you guys to let our AppyPie team help you with the Apple submission. Okay. And that concludes our show, guys. So you guys are open to ask me anything now. If you guys have any other questions related to the platform, I can also answer them now. Victor is saying it was easy. Please, how do I make publicity for my app to get target audience? Good thing. Yeah, Victor. So one of the things that we do offer in the platform that you guys should take advantage of is app marketing. So when you guys go to app marketing here, this page for some reason is hidden down here, but this is a really useful page, guys. If you're trying to promote your app, this in essence creates a really nice screenshot for you. So let me just show you a quick example that I have here. So here it is. So it creates this nice landing page for you where you can have your download links for Apple. You can have your download links for Google. You can have screenshots down here. You know, you can have all your social media accounts as well. Let me just show you. So down here, you guys can add your social media accounts. You can add your Twitter account, you know, LinkedIn, all these accounts you can add in here. And then you can have one central landing page where your users can in essence come. And this is a good way to promote it. So then after you have this page, the other cool thing you guys can do is you can add a custom domain to this. So this page right now, this one you're seeing right here, this is the landing page for that. Okay, this is the landing page for that. So if I wanted to change the URL, if I wanted to connect my own domain, you guys can buy one from us, or you guys can connect a domain that you already owned. So for example, if I wanted this to be called webinarappypie.com, I can have it set to that particular domain. Okay, so then that way you can start promoting that particular domain or website. And then in essence, you're promoting everything in one page. So you're promoting your app downloads, you're promoting your social media, everything in one single page. And then you guys can see here what it looks like on an iPad. Okay. And then you guys can see what it looks like on a phone device as well. Again, guys, what I'm showing you, I haven't really worked on. So, you know, obviously I could add better images. I can add better text, etc. But you guys can work on that. Again, you're going to find this inside the marketing page. So you're going to come to app marketing, and then you're going to come down to the design landing page. Okay. So Victor, for you, that would be a good thing to promote your app, get some things out there. Juan is saying, thank you very much. I think it's all clear for me now. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate the feedback. Anna, good question. Anna is asking, is asking AppyPie to publish app a pay service? And no. So let me explain to you guys. For your first time publishing, if this is going to be your first time ever publishing your app, it's included with your plan. We can publish it for you, but you do need to provide your developer account details. Like I mentioned, you need to have your Google developer account and you need to have your Apple developer account. If you have those two accounts and then this is your first time publishing, we'll publish it for you. All you need to do is come into the Go Live section and provide the details like I mentioned, okay? Once you've provided those details, our submission team will publish it on your behalf. Okay, the first time. If you're on a normal plan with no add-ons, it's included. If you have an essentials plan package add-on to your plan, then obviously that comes with the unlimited resubmissions. That means that anytime you want to resubmit your app to the stores, our team is going to do it for you free of charge. Okay. Now, if you're not on an essentials package add-on, then you obviously need to pay each time you want to resubmit the app. After the first time, though, remember your first publishing is free. After that, it's gonna it's gonna charge you per store every time you want to resubmit to the App Store or to the Play Store. And then it's included in all the plans for one time free to publish your app, but you must have developer accounts. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Anna. Good question, Mika. So Mika is asking how much is the resubmission cost. So resubmission cost, guys, is $25 per store. So every time you need to resubmit, you need to pay $25 for Android and $25 for Apple if you are going to be resubmitting to both stores. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Any other questions, guys, that I can answer before I end the show here today. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned because we're doing a webinar show on a weekly basis. So if you guys haven't joined in the previous webinar shows, make sure you guys register. Make sure to check out our page. Let me just show you guys where you guys can go for that. So you're going to go to appypie.com/webinar. And here you guys can find all our webinar shows, upcoming webinar shows that we're having. So next week, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to be showing you guys ways to promote your app and increase your app downloads. So I'm going to be going over a presentation and then I'm going to be doing a demo session where I'm going to be showing you how to get some cool features added, how to design your app and things like that. Also, if you guys have any suggestions or feedback for the webinar shows or for any upcoming webinar shows, please make sure to send them to support@appypie.com. Just write on the subject webinar and then provide your feedback, provide anything you guys might want to hear for upcoming webinar shows as well. And I'm going to try to include them for upcoming webinars for you guys. Okay. So here's the link I'm going to share with all of you guys. That's the link you guys can use for registering for any upcoming webinars. Okay. Micah, I do see your question. You're asking if it's a manual process. I'm not sure what process you're speaking of. If you can be more, if you can give me more details on your question, please, I can answer it for you before I end the show here today. Very well, guys. So I do want to thank everybody. Micah, if you want to just send an email to support@appypie.com, I can take care of your questions there as well. I was waiting. Okay, awesome. So yeah, send that in, Micah. I do want to take care of your question. I wasn't sure what you were asking for exactly. Oh, okay. A submission to the store, is it manual or auto? It's manual if you're going to be doing it on your own. That means you're going to be doing the whole process I just showed you. So that's a manual process. If you're going to let our team do it for you, then obviously it's almost like automated because obviously our team is going to do what I just did. All the steps I just did, my submission team is going to do it for you instead of you doing those steps. So that's the only difference. So I'm not sure if that's what you're asking about. Okay. So awesome, guys. Rahash, I do see your question, how to create an app like What's Up with using AppyPie. So for that, I'm just going to go over it quickly because I know you did send an email as well last time asking about that. So let me go over that real quickly before I end the show, okay? So Rahash, to create an app similar to WhatsApp, you can use our messenger feature. Okay, so you're going to click on edit. Let me just go over this real quickly, guys. I know this is off topic. I wasn't planning on showing this today, but I know Rahash has been asking about this. So I'm just going to be showing you real quick here how this works real quick. So you're going to add our messenger. Just let me make sure I delete some stuff here. So there's certain features, guys, that won't work if you have something. Let me just make sure. Okay. Here it is, guys. So this is the feature you're going to use, Rahash, to create an app similar to WhatsApp. Okay. Now, you do need to be on a gold or platinum plan, okay, if you want to use the messenger feature. Guys, just a quick note. All the ones that you see with this yellow premium on top of them, that means that you need to be on a gold or platinum plans. Okay, so you won't be able to use this if you're on a basic plan. Basic plan, you can only use the ones that don't have the premium logo on the top here. Okay, so just a quick note on that, guys. So Rahash, you must be on a gold or platinum. If you are, you're going to be able to add the messenger feature. Okay, after you add it, this is powered by Twilio, guys. So just make a note of that. You need to do the whole setup integration with Twilio. So once you guys have added the page, the next step is to click on this little eye right here. It's going to open up a tutorial for you. And then pretty much you need to go to Twilio. You need to set up an account with Twilio. And then you pretty much just need to go through the process right here. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, guys. Once you set up the account, once you register, once you set up these steps right here, the next step is going to be this. You're going to get an authorization token code, and you're going to get an account SSID, which in essence, all you're going to do is copy those unique keys, and you're going to paste them in here. Okay, so each field, it's going to have its unique key, and all you need to do is just copy it from Twilio onto the AppyPie platform here. Once you copy all that information, you're going to click on save and continue. And at that point, then you can pull out your app, and then you can start testing the messenger feature. And like I said, it works similar like WhatsApp. You can send video, images, you can create group chats as well. You can also do video calling and all that, voice calling as well. So it has tons of options if you do want to use the messenger feature. So that'll be the one you will need to use, Rahash. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Rahash. Okay, so that's how you would set it up, guys. It's pretty straightforward, not too hard. Like I say, you do need to have a Twilio account. Okay, now let me show you another one that we do have. This one, it's you don't need to have a Twilio account, but you do need to have a Firebase account, which is, let me see here if we have it available. So the other one we have would be Chat Future, guys. Let me make sure I have it here. Chat. I think we might have replaced it, but let me just check real quickly. Like I said, guys, I was not planning to show this today, but I wanted just to show Rahash real quick some of the stuff here. Yeah, so Messenger would be the only one. We did used to have a chat one that you could use as well, guys. But for now, the only one we have is Messenger for now. Okay. So that concludes that, guys. I do want to thank everybody. Rahash, I'll cover that on our next one. So Rahash is asking how to create an app like Zoom with using AppyPie. And that's pretty simple too, guys. It's the same process. You're just going to add the video conferencing. So we just added this feature actually. It's the video conferencing feature, and it works almost identical to Zoom, guys. It's really cool. For those of you who want to have a video conferencing app, I do recommend you to use that. It's powered also by Twilio, I believe. Yeah. So you guys would need to enter it and then pretty much just follow the configuration, set it up, and then you guys can pull it up on your phone. And it's so cool. I mean, you can have people set up meetings. You have up to 50 people at one time join one meeting. So you can have really large video conferencing groups. So really unique feature. Let me just show it real quickly here, guys. Again, like I said, I don't like showing stuff that I'm not prepared for. But I know I'm being asked these questions, but I just want to show you guys. Let me see here if we have it here. Just delete this, guys. Okay. Here it is, guys, at the bottom right here. Okay. So this is powered by Twilio. Again, guys, you would just add the future. You would click on here. And then you need to follow the tutorial again. So that's how you would do it, Rahash. Once you added this information, the next stuff is pretty much just to manage it. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is what it will look like, once I have it set up. So you guys can schedule meetings. So you would click on schedule meetings. So we can say, webinar show today. Okay, please join the meeting. Okay, and then you can select the date, like the date. So let's say I wanted to set this for Friday. Okay, I wanted to set this meeting for 2 p.m. Okay, there we go. I want this meeting to last, I don't know, 1 hour. Okay, and 10 minutes. I'm just throwing numbers here, guys. And then I need to select my time zone. So I'm on Eastern time. If I can find it here, we have so many time zones. Eastern time. Let's see if it'll work if I do. I'll just pick any random, guys. I can't find Eastern time here. I'll just pick a random one, guys, here. Okay. So you pick your time zone that you're in, because remember, you pick your time zone, and then when the receiving person gets it, it'll be converted to their time zone. Okay. The next thing you could do is also set up a meeting password. So you can, just like Zoom, you guys can set up meeting passwords. So if you wanted to have a meeting password, obviously have this toggle button turned on, or you can turn it off. So that means if you have it off, it's not going to require your users to have a password. If you do want a password, then toggle this on, and then you can use the password here, or you can enter your own password. So I can make it AppyPie, to be my meeting password. Once you have set up all the meeting details, you're going to click on save, and then that meeting will be set up. Okay. And then here, guys, under meetings, this is where you guys can manage your meetings. So you can see your upcoming meetings, or you guys can see your previous meetings. Okay. And then you have other settings here that you guys can also set up as well. Personal meeting services, host video, participant videos, require password of your personal meeting ID. So you do get your own personal meeting ID as well. So, if you guys, do support or, work for remotely, you guys can use the app, and you can use your phone to, provide support or whatever to your people, to your clients, etc. A lot of good options, functions with this feature here, guys. So if you're looking into a conferencing, video conferencing app, you definitely should try out the video conference feature. Okay. And I'm going to conclude that, guys. I am going to be showing you more stuff next week, so make sure you guys tune in. I do want to thank all our viewers. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, guys. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.